dust storm, man.
Nobody calls Han Solo a bitch.
Bring him on. I prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
Oh, come on, bro. It's the wars.
All right, so we've kind of put this on the back burner for a minute because of the Rise of Skywalker. But on the back burner no more. We're back to talk about The Mandalorian. This is The Wars and More. I'm Joe. And of course, with me is my good buddy Doug. Hey, Doug, how you doing this week?
Doing pretty good, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. And of course, with us again to dive into The Mandalorian is Hunter. Hunter, welcome back.
2 times in a row.
2 times in a row.
Look at that.
Who would have
That's
thought?
right. Yeah.
So, The Mandalorian. We had to put it away for a little bit. Missed three episodes, right?
Was it 3?
Yeah, 6, 7, and 8.
Okay.
So, we've got a lot to talk about. Those 3 episodes are just jam-packed with all kinds of Star Wars goodness.
Yeah, there's been a a lot of build up all the way till the very end here. So,
Yeah, especially those last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I think that really just everything gets you excited.
Yeah. So, let's start with Chapter 6.
okay.
Chapter 6, this was a lot of fun. It was, Mandalorian back out on a job. We got introduced to several new characters. Turns out, not so friendly.
Everyone,
Right.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we're pressed for time a little bit with all this. Thoughts this episode? What about these characters did you guys like? Things like that.
I liked everyone besides the Twi'lek. The Twi'lek was freaky in all the wrong ways. A little over the top on her, but it was a cool, like, getting the gang back together. It was like a heist episode.
Oh,
almost,
definitely.
Which
Yes.
it was a very cool thing to see in Star Wars,
Yeah.
which is what I've been expecting from the show, is just try every genre, and it's a cool experiment.
Yeah, I wanted to see more of this underground bounty hunting kind of deal.
Yeah, which we thought we were going to get from episode 1, and then turn into Baby Yoda's adventures.
Yes.
Well, I gotta say, the biggest thing I like to see from this episode was we get a little bit, just a peek into the Mandalorian's past, right?
Yes.
He used to run with them, apparently, or at least with some of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just kind of cool to see that, he doesn't just come from nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that hint of a history with these characters really added a lot of depth to the episode and a lot of mystery.
Right?
You want to know more
Yes.
about his past and his dealings with these characters?
Yeah.
What?
No, I was just going to say, because, apparently some the job that they're on, apparently he's kind of responsible for in the first place, right?
Yeah.
He's kind of responsible for the Twi'lek dude getting
Left
trapped in that
behind.
cell.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Like,
Yeah.
seems like the Mandalorian has become a better person, I guess. Everyone kind of looked at him like a stone-blooded killer,
Right.
and then he didn't kill anyone. It's like, oh, is that Baby Yoda, or is that just him trying to do better?
That's one thing that was kind of interesting about this episode is, his line, right, was, I can take you in warm or I can take you in cold. And here we had this situation where, he didn't want to kill Matt Lanner. So, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome cameo, by the way.
Right.
And I really enjoyed that part.
Yes.
The whole standoff thing.
Right,
That,
that
was
was
done perfectly. I
very Reservoir Dogs.
thought. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I dug it.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess it's different though when said being is the target. You know, when it's a bystander, I don't think his first instinct is to kill.
Yeah, not at all. And,
Right.
And even all his bounties he usually brings in
Right.
alive.
Yeah, we saw him carbon freeze them as opposed to,
Like 5 or 6, but yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just killing them.
but
Yeah, so killing is not what he wants to do.
right.
And I think that's apparent, you know.
Yeah.
Combatants, you know, when he, you know, finds the child to begin with, they're all attacking him when he gets there. So no question. You know, this guy is just scared.
Yeah, definitely.
So he has an opportunity to talk it out. So he takes it.
And it would have worked.
Tries to. Yeah.
It would have worked, but that awful Twi'lek.
Yeah, she got bored apparently.
Yeah. It's like, okay, but
Yeah, it's kind of funny. She's pretty evil.
yeah, like
And cares a lot about people that don't really care a lot about her.
yeah, the brother just kind of said, whatever.
Right.
Let's leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
What about her?
Yeah, what about
what
her?
about her? Yeah. Who cares? Let's leave. More money for us. Which it felt very bounty hunter. Like
Oh, totally.
it was good to see that.
Yes.
'Cause you see Empire for the first time, you see all the bounty hunters. You're like, ooh, I want to see them hang out.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, so all in all, good. Bill Burr. Everyone was ready to see him.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta say, you know, it's kind of cool. I mean, nothing
I
super.
expected him to be funnier.
Kinda, you know, but I don't think he was on there to tell jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just
His
I was-
Gungan joke was pretty good.
his what?
His Gungan joke.
Oh, right. Yeah. I just I was thinking we might get something a little more exceptional out of the character, right? But you know, it was still a pretty good character. I don't know.
Yeah.
So every episode has a moment, right? Has a Baby Yoda moment.
Which makes him the best character.
Yes. So I just have to point out the moment when the droid pilot bounty hunter
Oh, when he corners him.
corners the Baby Yoda
And he reaches
and
up,
he reaches up and all of a sudden, wham!
and he looks at
He
his
looks
hand,
at his
like,
hand.
"Can I do that?"
Exactly.
Like, what's up, guys?
That was so great. That was absolutely fantastic.
He like that was the biggest blind side of like Baby Yoda being in this, but he's really made this show for me.
Yes.
Just seeing something so different, like something cuter than a porg that's actually useful and you care about.
Yes. Yes. Cuter than a porg. I like it. It's true.
Yep.
It is, and I don't think you'll get too many arguments out of
right.
anybody.
I think I saw an interview with Daisy Ridley who said the same thing.
Oh yes, yes,
Yeah.
she did.
she
did.
hates porgs.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. Overall.
Oh,
great
she hates
episode.
porgs?
She hates them.
Oh yeah,
They got all the credit for The Last Jedi, and they showed up for one day.
right.
That's what she said. Yeah, it was a good episode. It was cool seeing the X-wings in the end too.
Oh,
Just seeing them be a threat, I guess, was so different.
Just seeing Dave Filoni?
Dave let
Oh, all of them.
all the directors.
It was,
yeah, Deborah
yeah.
Chow.
Directors.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like seeing them be a threat though. Like you see them like, oh well, they're dead. That's just such a different feeling that I really liked.
Exactly. That was
Usually they
cool.
were the rebels, but nope. So
Right.
overall, cool episode.
Mm-hmm.
I think 7 and 8 are much better, though. I will say. I will say.
Well, I mean, just to point out, though, I believe that episode was directed by Deborah Chow.
I think 7 was. I think
Was
6 Filoni or was 5? They switched a lot, so.
I'm trying to look it up real fast.
Right.
I can't remember. I thought.
I will say I didn't notice a huge shift in the directors through the episodes, though.
No.
It wasn't like a big, like, notice thing. So, at least they were all on the same page.
No, 7 was Deborah Chow. You're right.
Which 7, I'm still debating if 7 or 8 is my favorite episode. I really enjoyed 7.
No, so 6 was Rick. I can't even pronounce his name. Famuyiwa.
Oh, yes.
So, no, Filoni did 1 and 5.
Yeah.
Right.
Those were the ones I was hyped about because I thought we would see Sabine. I really did. I thought that, like, if we had a chance, it would be those episodes because Filoni directed them.
Yeah, 5 was written and directed by Filoni.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had a lot of high hopes for 5.
5 was good.
Was it? I'm trying to think of what 5 was.
I don't want to take anything away from them, okay?
Mhm.
So I don't want you to take this way, but I think when you watch and you can tell, I think, just a little bit that Filoni's still like getting his feet wet in this live action thing a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So 5 was the gunslinger. That was
Yeah,
my least
that's
favorite
the-
episode, which surprises me because I love Filoni. I love Rebels, love Clone Wars. Yeah, it felt the most just useless out
Really?
of all the
I
episodes.
thought 4 was my least favorite.
the Sanctuary, seeing the ATST and all that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Visually that was cool, but
The whole
story-wise it was
village.
meh.
Yeah,
Well, that whole story though, that is definitely derivative of like the Kurosawa stuff.
Agreed.
So like, teaching villagers how to fight and things like that, how to overcome a more formidable enemy,
Yeah.
and drive them out. But 5 episode 5 it had its moments, right? And if you recall, Joe, I was really geeked up about, Tatooine, right?
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff, all the nostalgia stuff, I was really excited about. Hunter, not so much.
not so much. It felt like, what are they doing on Tatooine? Like, what?
So,
It felt a little too easy.
but
I liked seeing the new planets, but I get that you like Tatooine, instant love it.
yes. So, and I think really it was the other character. What's his name? I forget his name. The other guy.
The guns,
right?
yeah.
So
Frat boy.
you said it.
Clisson
So-
or whatever. Clisson.
What's that?
Wanna be Han Solo frat boy.
Right.
That's
Toro.
that sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds right. But, even though that wasn't my favorite character, they still had those moments, the interactions with the Mandalorian and stuff. I'm not wearing Beskar.
Yeah.
Nope.
And yeah, and the thing they did with the lights, that was awesome. Like
Yeah,
the
right.
Mandalorian
The
has
flares.
great scenes throughout.
Yes.
So God, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. Ming Na Wen?
Yeah.
You're close.
Ming Na, is that
Yeah, you're close.
okay? I love her as an actress.
Right.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., she is awesome as Melinda May. I wanted so much more of her.
Yeah.
I'm so sad
Agreed.
they just killed her off.
Yeah.
'Cause she
That
is
was my
great.
biggest complaint in that episode, was that she was such a one-off character.
Right.
Yeah, and the fact that frat boy killed her, like, that just seemed wrong.
Yeah.
I-
Agreed.
I had
It's funny though, because we complain. We're not complaining, but we talk about our least favorite episodes like any of these were bad.
right.
None of them were bad. Every episode was good and enjoyable.
This is all better than 99% of the things on TV for sure.
Yes.
But somehow we got off of the
Off the ones we're supposed to talk about.
right. Yeah.
Well,
So
that was my biggest thing. Just seeing her, I was when I found out she was in this like project.
Yeah.
I was really expecting her to eventually be like a main character
right.
because
Yeah,
she's kind of.
I think
a
all
bigger
of us
name.
did.
Yeah,
Right. And
it's a thing the series did is kind of just kill off the characters a lot.
right. I kind of had. There's a little piece of me that wanted to hold out hope, right, that she was still alive, but it's like
She's super dead. Yeah, I know.
it's like
Same
okay,
thing.
the Mandalorian came back, okay, and whoever this mystery character was came back.
Can we talk about that? I think it's Moff Gideon.
Oh yeah, it's Moff Gideon.
Okay,
Totally.
because it's not Boba Fett.
No, it's not Boba
Good.
Fett.
Okay, we're on the same page.
No.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. There was a lot of people that wanted it to be Boba Fett, I think, but it's not Boba Fett.
I wanted Sabine.
Yeah.
I wanted Sabine. But yeah, Moff Gideon.
Definitely didn't want Boba Fett.
No,
Right.
that would have been stupid. But anyway,
All right, so I mean, we can talk about 7 and 8 as one almost.
okay.
Like these two run right into each other.
That is true.
It's the only two-parter episode, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and 7 makes sense because I don't know what I was thinking with 6, but so 7 makes sense that was directed by Deborah Chow.
Which is directing Obi-Wan, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
and that was
she
going to
is.
be my point.
And
Yes.
that is I'm going to say right now, episode 7 was probably my favorite episode of the season. Like, maybe by far. Because it had a lot of good just character moments, and it was funny while being serious. Like, Baby Yoda force choking was probably top 3 greatest moments for me.
That was great.
Like, ever. That's the funniest thing. I keep watching that over and over and laughing.
Yeah, over an arm wrestling match.
Yeah, like
He did not
he's gonna
like that.
you think he's gonna help him win, and he just starts. He says, "I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
Don't touch my dad."
Right.
Well, that definitely shows that bond there, though. Like
yes.
he was not keen on seeing any harm coming to him, and yeah, he was going to take matters into his own hands.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was great.
full on dark side.
And it's kind of interesting because you would think that he'd understand there's a little bit of a tight bond already between her and him, right? Because they've fought together
Yeah,
on the same side, I don't know.
Especially since his first interaction was them beating the crap out of each other. The
That-
first time he
yeah,
met
he just
her.
walks up with his suit.
It is he's sipping his bone broth. Yeah.
which is probably one of the best scenes in the entire series.
That
And
is
just
That is right up there. Yes. Yeah.
He's-
Scene
and
number
how
one.
the Baby Yoda with soup is not a Funko yet pisses me off.
Yeah.
I actually have a token, like a card token that's hand drawn for Baby Yoda drinking soup,
Yeah.
Nice.
and it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, that is my favorite image from the show.
There's so many good. Like, this is just gonna turn into us gushing about Baby Yoda being the greatest.
it is.
but
It is.
Him and his little egg floating and smiling at the Mando. I think that
Yeah.
might be mine.
Ah,
Just like
yes.
super happy. But other things that happened besides that. Oh, the racks? I think those were racks attacking, or what were those? Wait, rack is Borderlands. What those bird things that attacked? Like pterodactyl type things that attacked them?
Oh,
Do we know what those are? Because they like destroyed them. Like all these bounty hunters trained, they got wrecked by these random things.
my first instinct were that those were crate dragons.
Oh,
Really?
oh, that's
Yeah, I mean,
interesting.
Just so you see the crate dragon bones in episode 4.
They're
Yeah.
massive.
They're massive,
They are massive.
but they're consistent with something like that.
Okay.
Maybe like baby creature. That's cool.
That was my first thought. I haven't done any research
Right.
into seeing if they were what was used. Let's just say crate dragon.
I'll go for it for now. I like that.
Right.
Kind of cool. Because I don't think we've ever seen one of those. So take it.
Yeah, now I'm seeing some artwork from Legends material. They were much bigger.
Ooh, very interested. Yeah,
Chapter
besides that, just getting the gang back together was good seeing everyone. It's the Ugnaught, like
You know, you gotta feel for Queel. I mean,
Yeah.
I was really
loved that they killed him though. Like I hate it, but I love that they did that. Like I liked being surprised by that because
Yeah.
it seemed like, oh, you can't kill him. He's like the most pure character in the show,
right.
and they just kill him off screen. I'm like, yes, that's the dark Star Wars I want.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of hoping that we'd get more out of him, but apparently that was it.
In trying to find this, I got what pops up here is the cutest force choke.
yeah. I think a lot of people are going to be Team Dark Side now after that. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything yet. Anyone committing on what those were.
Some kind of bird prey thing.
Yeah, my first thought was crate dragon. And I say this just because how much fan service we've actually been getting in this series.
Yeah.
But like not fan service for fan service sake.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as heavy-handed as like the movies do with it.
Yeah. I mean, so like the Rise of Skywalker felt very heavy on fan service
Yeah.
just for fan service sake at times.
Yeah.
Whereas in this show, we're getting a ton of fan service, but it doesn't feel like it's driving the story.
It's just one-off sentences they'll say.
Yeah, it's just there.
Yeah. Like Kara asking for is it med kit? What kind of drawing a blank now? When the guy's dying. She asks.
She said med packs, right?
Med packs, that's it.
Med pack,
which is
yeah.
straight from KOTOR. Which I liked a lot. I was like, oh, that's cool. They threw that in. Those are things.
Gotcha.
She used it like you do in the game. I enjoyed that a lot.
So, okay. So that's one thing I do want to say about the series as a whole. And I'm gonna say this has got to be Filoni influence, right? Big time.
Has to be.
They're pulling from everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
From books, from games, right? Going all the way back to the Sandcrawler episode. That was straight out of a video game. That
was
whole sequence.
Really cool, yeah.
So, I mean, that is something. Not being afraid to touch that stuff is what's making this so great, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's drawing in fans from every, those of us that love all of Star Wars is, that's great. But there are fans who are really just in the games or just, because they're a gamer, you
Yeah.
know, and Star Wars, has good
Yeah.
games from time to time.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Time to time.
and, same with books. Some people like to read, but they're not into going to the movies, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Legends versus
Right.
everything.
Sure.
That's a big thing. Big
So-
thing.
It's awesome to me that they're bringing fans in from every aspect of this.
And Dave Filoni is the master of that.
Yes.
He brought Thrawn back.
Yes.
He brought Darksaber, kinda, which we'll get to.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Yeah, no doubt.
But not only is Dave Filoni the mastermind of that, but Jon Favreau is of that same breed.
Yeah.
I mean, you hear his, interactions during these interviews, things like that. He's open to all that stuff.
He's definitely open to it, but he's also the guy who's like, I'm sure their conversations kind of go like this, right? Where it's Favreau saying, "Hey, you remember back, in that game, the Shadows something or another," and you got Filoni going, "Yeah, Shadows of the Empire," and then it's kind of like that.
Fills in.
You know what I'm saying? I imagine that's kind of how it's going, but that's great as far as I'm concerned because
he's interested for sure.
Exactly.
Which we can see.
Yeah.
Which I think he's doing great. I think this show's only going to get better with more seasons.
Totally.
Yeah, it almost makes me wonder, back when he asked to do a Boba Fett movie from the get-go, what we would have got
Glad that didn't
if they would have
happen.
gave it to him.
Yeah.
I'm glad that didn't happen. I'm so much more interested in a new character
Right.
Agreed.
that we get to meet and stuff. Because if it was Boba Fett, we would just be comparing him to Legends like we do the original trilogy characters in the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
It's the
Agreed.
same thing. So the fact that they went with a full-on new character, just so much.
Yeah,
more
you get a
freedom.
clean slate.
Yeah.
You get to work with something new, so that opens everybody's minds. But not only do you open everybody's minds to a new character, but they're doing all this stuff to ground it in the familiar, while still not sacrificing that new story. They've done nothing to sacrifice, advancing the story to do a moment of fan service. They've done none of that.
Right.
They've done a really good job with all the little fan moments, like the stormtroopers on the bikes.
Yeah, they talked for a solid 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just talking. I love that this show is able to slow down and do episodes that might not totally matter. They could be totally filler or whatever, but you just see a guy living a day in Star Wars.
Right.
It's kind of cool to see that, especially because we just got the movie, which is so fast paced and everything. You can come watch this and just kind of enjoy being in the galaxy.
And they did a really good job of making us want to see them dead.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because,
every
if
time.
you hit the Baby Yoda one more
The
time,
second, I
Every
Oh.
time.
I felt pure hatred right there.
Lo was starting to get angry.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh, that was funny.
I thought he was going
And-
to kill them both.
and we see they really can't shoot.
That
Which
was
is hilarious.
amazing.
Yeah. Because the whole thing has been Vader ordered them not to kill him, and that's, they actually do have great aim. But no, they I thought it was great that they just did that.
That was amazing, because that's the other thing is the show is showing that they're not afraid to poke fun at themselves,
yeah.
right? Because this is a running joke, right? Stormtroopers can't shoot. Well,
They can't.
they can.
Yeah.
They're
Star Wars is
proving it right
cheesy.
there.
It needs to
You have a target sitting still on the ground,
almost point blank
Like,
range.
15 feet away.
Yeah, it
You
was
can't
close.
hit it. Oh my gosh.
I wanted Baby Yoda to start laughing. I guess he kind of did. He didn't start cooing. So I
Right.
guess that's him probably laughing. Just saying,
Oh,
my
that
dad's
was-
so much better than you.
Yeah. and like you said, Doug, that the fact that they're willing to poke fun at themselves a little bit, it really keeps the mood light. which is Star Wars.
Yes.
The mood should be light,
It's a
but not so light that it's just a joke.
right. Exactly. It's a halfway serious story that has its moments of brevity. You know, it's from time to time you get that little chuckle, and that's part of what Star Wars is.
Mhm.
You know,
Imagine how dark the show would be if Baby Yoda died on like the second episode.
right?
He would just be killing everyone. It'd be complete dark.
Well, I compare the stormtroopers with missing those shots to like Han going, "It's not my fault."
Exactly.
You know,
I was just
It's that
thinking of
kind of
that.
humor.
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
just
good,
enough
I'm
to
good.
take the tension out a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just it's one of those things you just watch and it's just you laugh. You're like, wait, what am I watching? This is hilarious. Then it like pulls you back into Star Wars.
Yep. Totally.
It's almost like a blooper. That's what it felt like.
Almost.
Ah. Then another thing, okay, Death Troopers.
Oh, right.
So, slight spoilers, I guess, for Thrawn treason. Slight. After reading that book, I am much more interested in Death Troopers because they go pretty into two of them and just how capable they are. When I first saw that squadron of Death Troopers lining at I'm like, they're dead. They're done.
Right.
They are ridiculous. It's like Spartans from Halo, pretty
Right.
much. It was just cool seeing them because we got to see them in Rogue One a little bit, but like this, we got to see them. Like he got the Mandalorian got into a fist fight with one of them and started losing,
Yes.
and Kara had to save him,
Yes.
which I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of scenes where the Mandalorian almost gets bested,
Yeah,
and it's almost like he's got some sort of guardian angel watching over him to get through
Yeah.
some of the stuff he's had to go through.
it's either Baby Yoda, Kara, or the Ugnaught, or some
Right.
IG unit,
Beskar.
Beskar,
The Beskar,
the actual plot armor.
He has been shot how many times? Oh my God.
In the head too.
Right.
He gets shot in the head a lot.
Yeah. So, if you're the type of person who likes to see some vulnerability in your lead protagonist, there you go. Right.
He does it through emotion pretty much. That's yeah. He's pretty much invincible. It's really cool though. I did like that.
Yeah, I like it though because it adds a lot to that lore we got in the Clone Wars and stuff like that about the Mandalorian iron,
Right.
which is what it was called then. I don't think we ever heard the word Beskar until this series.
Oh. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I thought it was one of those things I just didn't remember them calling it, but it's super powerful and I feel like everyone should have it if it was like because it didn't used to be that rare. So
Right. But I think to forge it a certain way, you need a certain talent. Hence the armor.
I mean, Django and Boba had it, right?
I don't think they had the Beskar.
Not Django?
Really?
Django's looked like Beskar. Maybe Boba, you could argue that, but I think Django had it for sure.
Okay, maybe.
Just because it looked exactly like it. Even though they're not Mandalorians.
Right.
So he might have just liked shiny, and he had whatever kind of shiny.
Yeah,
Shiny.
it's just steel.
Yeah. So I mean, there's definitely a reason why they chose that type of armor, because his fighting style is pretty much go forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times he'll walk out and not look at things and just shoot and say, "Oh, killed something."
Right.
So a lot of that might have to do with like, hey, my armor is superior,
Yeah,
so I can take some shots.
definitely. He's ready to
And-
die a lot too. He's just
Oh yeah,
all the time. Self-sacrifice so much.
right.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting that he's willing to just let himself go to advance the mission.
Right.
Again, very Spartan-y
Yes.
from Halo.
Yeah. Very true.
This is true.
Now, did you guys expect the IG unit to actually help them? Or did you expect it to betray again?
No, I totally bought into the programming.
Yep. So did I.
After Quee died, I was like, or Quill, sorry.
Quill, yeah.
I keep thinking Ugnaught. It's just Ugnaught, but
Yeah.
he deserves his name. After he died, I thought, okay, he can't betray him now.
Right. I think it's also got to do with the development of the character of the Mandalorian himself.
How he hates
droids.
Yeah.
He's got to learn to trust this one now. You know.
And in the end, he's like almost crying, and the IG unit says, "Don't be sad." He's like, "I'm not sad."
Yeah.
And he's like kicking dirt.
Right.
I'm not crying. You're
Yeah,
crying.
Yeah, you're crying. He's like, "No, I can tell you are crying."
I've been programmed.
Yeah.
Yes.
It does suck
I'm
though.
an
I was hoping to see him in season 2. Like them be a team, but they have to
I mean, he got
separate.
brought back once, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's super gone now.
Yeah. He's super. Yeah. It's all over
So
now.
was Palpatine.
Yeah. Well.
Hey, just saying.
Yeah.
Palpatine was super dead. Darth Maul was super dead. It's a thing.
Have something to add to the conversation? Or you just want to let us know how we're doing? Email us, show@thewarsandmore.com. That's the best place to get in on the action. But if social media is a little more to your liking, @TheWarsAndMore on Twitter is always a good place to interact with us. And we're also on Facebook, facebook.com/TheWarsAndMore. And of course, your portal to this and everything else, The Wars and More, is thewarsandmore.com.
All right, so let's bring it back a little bit. Let's get back to Grief Karga. So this guy was all about bringing Mando in, and really was about bringing him in. What, midway through chapter 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Well, kind of the beginning, really. Just like, hey, come back. You can totally trust me, dude.
Right.
And he just yelled,
Yeah,
"Mando."
we're good now.
I love this character because he is a total opportunist for himself, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
but then he tries to like redeem himself a little bit,
yeah.
and then he instantly goes back.
So when we first see him, right, he's the guy
He's like a normal dude.
at the guild where
Yeah.
you get your assignments, right? Your bounty pucks. And then when Mando comes back with the child, he is like, he's all about the Mando, right?
Yeah.
All these guys hate you, you know?
Screw them all.
right.
Here's all the jobs.
Exactly. You're the best, Mando. My
Yeah.
favorite, right?
You made me rich.
Well, that was a big job, you know. Like,
Exactly. So then when he goes back on that, immediately, boom, he's ready to kill him.
yeah. He's,
You know?
Mando, you shouldn't have.
Right.
Then instantly again, Mando, come help me.
Come help me. Right. Yeah.
I love it. It reminds me of Hondo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of Hondo in
like
him.
Clone Wars Hondo.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's that. The way he flops back and forth, it's done really well, and Carl Weathers brings everything to that. You know what I'm saying? He's the one making that work.
Yeah.
So
All my favorite episodes have him in it. Like
right on.
they're just, I don't know, just
So-
the accent I love.
So all of that being said, that being done so well, I think now, by the end of the first season here, and what the child does to help him, kind of makes him see things a little differently.
Yes.
So,
You saved my life.
yeah,
I'm gonna save yours.
right.
I like how no one really knows what the Force is. Like someone will start talking about it, and then they're just like the sorcerers or
It's
the
kind-
dark people,
It's
mystic powers. I love it.
it's kind of like that. I guess you could call it like a giant net of the game of telephone, right?
Yeah,
Like and it gets diluted, but in every direction, right? It's not linear. It's like broadcast getting diluted. You know what I mean?
We're used to characters always being around the Force,
Right.
and knowing what it is. So
Yes.
it's really cool seeing like the outsiders. Like it made me think back to like episode 4 when Obi-Wan takes out a lightsaber and cuts off. I don't know that guy's names. His hand.
Right.
What they all saw there. Some crazy old sorcerer dude just almost killed this guy.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of cool now thinking from like the outsiders' perspectives in that time.
Yep. Definitely interesting. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of cool. We're getting off of Carl Weathers here, but
Well, it's all because of him, really.
yeah, yeah,
He's the one who carried it.
I do want to chime in
yeah.
because I think, yeah, and people might be upset with going, oh, I don't know who that character is. Ponda Baba.
Yeah, Ponda Baba. Yeah.
Okay. Be mad, please.
Just saying. But yeah, Carl Weathers, I mean, leading up to the show, it was very apparent that I was very excited.
Yes.
I brought this up many times. I love Carl Weathers as a character actor.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
He does such a good job of stepping into a role.
Yeah.
And he's made some of the most famous actors in recent history better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger, Stallone. I think they are bad actors, to put it bluntly. But Carl Weathers has always been good in every role he did. Apollo Creed, come on.
that's the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And a big thing, I didn't expect him to have a big role because he's such a big actor. I thought it was going to be kind of the first episode, maybe the last episode. But he's been in a decent amount of it. That makes it kind of, I don't know, like I said, all my favorite episodes have him in it. So
Right.
It's very enjoyable.
I think that's a testament to how much he's enjoying playing this role.
Oh, because he is.
Yes.
You can tell.
You
He's
can
having
definitely
joy
tell.
with it.
Yeah, he's having fun with this, and you can tell. And his interviews and stuff like that, since he echoes that. You know, he's having fun. He likes playing this role,
Absolutely.
and he's damn good at it too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely an interesting flip.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
multiple flips, really.
Yeah. I'm glad he wasn't just like killed by the Mando.
Right.
Because that would have been like, I mean, he deserves it, but I want more of him.
Right. Exactly.
Same thing as Hondo. Like,
Right.
he's just fun to watch.
Yeah, I never really made that connection. It's very Hondo-like.
Like
In a way.
specifically Clone Wars Hondo.
Right,
Because Rebels
yeah.
Hondo kind of got on the good side, but Clone Wars, he was flipping every episode.
Right. Well, Clone Wars era Hondo, he was in his prime,
Yeah.
right?
Rebels, it's like Lando.
Yeah.
Like,
So, if we're ready to move along, I have another thought that I think we should talk about here.
Go ahead, move along. Move along.
Removing the Mando's helmet. Okay.
Oh,
I thought we were
I
going
hated
for it. But this is good too. All right.
So, I just want to throw out there, I personally think this was done just to say, okay, we've been talking about can't do it.
Mhm.
And here we go. We're just going to do it. Okay, now you don't have to worry about that anymore. That's kind of...
I don't think it was needed. I really like not seeing. Like I knew who
So-
was playing.
Totally
him.
unnecessary. They could have cut away
Yeah,
when they did when IG took the helmet off.
Okay.
because
They
I
could
give
have
you
showed
that.
like a back shot, like maybe you got his hair,
it's
you
like,
know, like a shadow of his head.
it's like a respect thing. Like I didn't want to look. Like
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
want to see it.
Okay.
I like the idea of a, man with no name, gunslinger, things like that. I didn't like the idea of taking his helmet off.
especially season 1. Like I could see it
Yeah.
coming like later down when he's forced to for a certain reason. But I want him to be the one to choose it, not like that kind of like cheap kind of.
Well, he kind of did. He chose to do it. He was ready to kill the IG droid again.
But yeah, but like still,
I still feel
It
like they
wasn't
didn't
needed.
need to show us that on screen.
yeah.
Like they could have done it. Like-
Like,
Okay, they could have taken the helmet off and showed some shadows, things like that. Left the mystery there. I mean,
okay.
sure, we all know what Pedro Pascal looks like,
Yes.
Mhm.
but
Here-
still,
Here's the thing. There's two things. You guys have triggered this in me to think about this. And I agree with you now. Okay? Because at first I was thinking it was no big deal,
Mhm.
right?
Master
We're
Chief.
we're outside observers,
Yeah.
right? For us to see who the Mandalorian is, no big deal, right? Whatever.
Mhm.
It's no one on screen. But if they would have done it without showing his face, like you guys are talking about, that would have been better. And what's really making me say that is watching this with my daughter Jaina. As it happens, she's like, oh, no. Because she just, she's like, that's not what I was expecting him to look like, kind of
That's
thing.
yeah.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
Kind of cool.
She had this image painted in her head,
Yeah.
and all of that was just kind of destroyed by them doing that.
Yeah. You get to create your own hero if you don't see the face.
Right.
It can be anyone. That's another thing.
So,
yeah, and like I said, even knowing what Pedro Pascal looks like, you can still kind of suspend that.
yes.
Like he's the actor.
Yep.
But he might be like genetically modified or something.
Yeah, you don't know that that's what he looks like under the helmet.
That's what a Master Chief.
You got the Master
It's-
Chief
I
thing
really
going on. Yes, exactly, though. That's so whatever image you painted for yourself is gone now because of that. Yeah.
Now you know what he looks like. The mystery is gone.
Yeah.
This is the same thing I have about the whole Yoda species thing.
Right.
The mystery adds to the allure of the character. The character is so interesting because you don't know. Once you lift that veil, you take that element of intrigue away.
Right.
Which from that, like, it's multiple races in Star Wars. If there's not a lot of them, they're just more interesting.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool that the galaxy is that big. It just makes it feel even bigger.
Right.
Right. It was really fun. Just 2 episodes before that, they're like, what do you look like under there?
We're not
Oh,
going to
maybe
tell
you're
you.
a Gungan.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
How funny would it have been if he was a Gungan?
Oh my gosh.
Well, sure, we saw him as a kid. Sure. But he was a Gungan the whole time.
That's funny.
It was Jar Jar.
But I mean, those jokes like that, will fall flat on the audience now.
Yeah, they won't. The whole trying to remove his helmet almost every episode. It's just okay. I guess we know what he looks like.
Oh, we're
Well-
gonna see Pedro Pascal again.
Okay, so that's what I was getting at to begin with, is I think this was to say, okay, we're kind of done with that now.
I think opposite. Once it happens once, it's so easy to do again. Like next time, it's not going to mean as much, so it could come up for different reasons.
If they keep doing this now, then this whole Mando code thing isn't going to mean as much.
Yeah.
So
Agreed, but
I
at the
Well,
disagree.
they're
same
all
time,
bad, so
agreed. But at the same time, like, how can you try and sell one of those jokes about what that character looks like?
hopefully they
Once
stop
the
with it.
audience knows.
Yeah, hopefully they like at least cool it down because it was getting a lot.
Right.
It was still working because we didn't see him. Man, I didn't think I was this like not mad about it. I guess because I'm not
this is
mad
like-
about it.
This is like showing the face of the Phantom of the Opera at the beginning.
Like no,
Okay.
like
There's no mystery to that
Yeah.
later on in the story.
yeah, man, I didn't think I cared that much about this,
Well,
and now yeah.
yeah.
The more I think about it, the more I'm just like, man, why did they do this?
I think that was the one bad decision they've made
The
in
whole
this
show?
entire series. Like, that was a horrible idea.
Right.
Like, enraging to me. Like,
Wow.
A lot of dark side over there.
I mean, we talked about this a lot. We really did. We talked about, I didn't want to see his face. I like that, man with no name,
yeah,
mystery gunslinger.
Right.
I like that. And you take his helmet off. You kidding me?
yeah.
That kind of makes Boba Fett more interesting now. Because we haven't seen Boba Fett's face after he became, after he started wearing that armor.
Yeah, but good thing we'll never see him again, right?
Good thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to leave him dead.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind a prequel story.
The Clone Wars. Got enough. I really like characters being left alone and kind of thinking about them and making stories up.
Agreed. I'd like looking to the future.
Yeah, because if you put every story in the world, then like there's no mystery, and I feel like then it goes total sci-fi instead of fantasy.
Right.
Yes.
That could happen.
Agreed.
But
And I think a lot of that fantasy element too would have been just leaving the damn mask on.
I agree. But are we ready to talk about the big thing?
I think we are.
Wait, well, first, before we get to the big thing, we need to talk about the character that goes along with the big thing. Let's talk Moff Gideon a little bit.
Okay.
Theories.
Theories.
What theories? You got some theories?
What do you think about this guy? Yeah.
Well, I think he's a bad
special.
dude.
I know,
sure.
but he's not just a regular dude, right? He's special.
Well, he's a Moff.
But still, beyond that.
Okay.
This is a total Tarkin-esque character. He has no regard for human life.
He seems
Right.
to get his hands dirty a lot more, though.
Which
I was talking about this his
His morals of who cares, let me kill my own guys. Yeah, it's
his
Vader.
morals. Vader?
Yeah, he just kills his own guys, doesn't care.
I mean, I think Tarkin was willing to completely destroy a Imperial base to protect the secrets of the base.
Yeah, true.
So
They're both. That's why they
I
got
see him
along.
as very Tarkin-esque, like very. Like, I didn't want to go Vader because Vader's a different breed, just because of his, connection with the Sith. He's a
Yeah,
Sith.
that's true. The biggest thing I saw was Tarkin would order someone to do that. Gideon seems like he would be the person to do that.
kind of, but he
Did you read Tarkin?
I don't think I did actually.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Tarkin will kill someone with his own hands.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No
So we see a
problem.
little bit in Clone Wars with him and Anakin,
Right.
but I don't. He seems very more just ordering around, especially in the new Thrawn trilogy. He kind of stands back and lets everyone do the work.
He does
Right.
do that a lot, but that's because he's got the position.
He
Okay.
So on that note too, though, Gideon, he is the guy giving the orders here too,
Oh yeah,
right? I mean, he's
doing it all.
yeah. So, I do see the connection. So yeah, there's definitely a reason why he's got the position he's got.
Mm-hmm. but I guess my theory is 100% believe he is Force sensitive
Really?
in some capacity. Yeah.
Okay.
When he talked about you don't know what you have, talking about Baby Yoda, the way he talked about it just seemed like he knew a lot about the Force, or at least
Yeah, but could
what
that
he
just
is.
be since he's a Moff, he's in the know?
I think
It-
that's the
He
case.
knows Vader. He
could be,
knows
But
Sidious.
Because right, so Palpatine has this inner circle, right? Moffs. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So they might be inclined to know stuff that most everyone else doesn't.
hmm
Hence, you don't know what you have.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think that's the.
could be just.
I know you like the Force.
I know, and I just broken
and you
record.
just want everybody
Everyone.
to be.
But my biggest thing with that is when he crashes, that looks rough, and he gets out of it and looks completely fine. And the only way I can think that's possible is using the Force to protect yourself. Like he crashes hard.
Yeah,
and
but that
looks
TIE fighter was
fine.
pretty well intact.
Was it?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it was. I mean, the other
the
solar
capsule in the
panel
center that contains the
Yeah,
still
that
there.
was
pilot,
fine.
it's all still there.
Right.
He had to
I'll say
he had to have something to
80%.
cut out of. Spoiler.
Yeah, he just used a little like toy, right, to get out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're there.
So down the rabbit hole. So the dark saber.
The dark saber.
The dark saber.
The Darksaber.
What?
Yeah.
That was my first, like, the second I saw the blade.
Oh yeah.
Second I
Pop
heard
through.
it, I could hear it. I was like, wait, that's the sound the dark saber makes.
Yes.
So going into the Mandalorian, before anything came out, right? Two things I wanted: Sabine and the dark saber in live action. I got one of them.
Got one.
I
yeah.
got one. I'll take it. I'll take it. And the show was way better than I thought it was going to be, so I'll take that as two.
Right on.
So, first, just looking at it, like seeing it in live action, I was impressed.
Yes.
Because seeing it
Hey, I
animated,
agree.
I don't know how you could make that in live action.
Right.
And then they did it.
Yes. Because it has this look, this almost black hole look to it,
Yeah.
where there's a void where the saber exists. Right.
Yeah.
It's really cool looking that way, and they pull it off in live action. I gotta say, I was
They did.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
And the fact that he casually uses it to cut out, like just does it and stands up like nothing. This is nothing.
right.
That's another thing for sensitive. Like, at
So-
least I believe he's at least trained to use this.
Okay.
The way he was holding it and everything, like sure you can cut out, like anyone could probably cut out a door.
Yeah.
But just how he was holding it when he stood up.
Well,
I would agree with that he would know how to use it.
yes.
And he might be possibly ex-Mandalorian.
Ooh,
Now that's interesting.
maybe he's a traitor to begin with.
Right.
Could be.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh, so in Rebels we had these Mandalorians that were working for the Empire.
Yep.
Maybe he's one of them.
Yep.
Hmm.
There's so many ways it could go. Like, one of the things I'm thinking, though, is what happens when he gets out and goes and kills Kara instantly and gets, like, just kills them all. Because he has no way off the planet. So,
Well, we're gonna have to see here what happens with
I totally see season 2 starting. It's total old Western, and he just walks up real slow to the city and starts just mowing people down with the Darksaber and the Force.
Huh. And the Force, huh?
And the Force. Yep.
Well, we'll have to see.
Well,
about
I would
that.
think that he has more resources than what was there.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Yeah, he seemed like a full Moff. Like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
not multiple Star Destroyers worth, but like
Right.
yeah, he had Death Troopers still, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that he had access to that many,
Yeah. True.
like Thrawn had access to 2. Like
Right.
he had a lot. So he might be like top threat, I guess, right now.
Yeah, it sounds
yeah.
like he's definitely one of the top when it comes to the remnants.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
So
like, even
his
Solo-
ability to call on loyalists is pretty high.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is that kind of makes me think the Republic might be drawn in.
Oh,
Maybe.
for sure.
That's like the one thing that I kind of hope we don't see them, or at least people we know from it. But like, I don't want to see like Luke just show up and kill him. But I do want to see that.
I
But
was gonna say,
I want the Mandalorian to get the kill.
Yeah,
and then
I don't
take
think-
the Darksaber
I don't think we're gonna see that.
or Sabine come and team up with the Mandalorian.
So speaking of Sabine,
Yes.
the simple fact that we have the Darksaber show up tells us something right off the bat. Who did we last see that with?
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan.
Dead. Gone.
She's.
You make me sad right now.
I know.
Sorry. Gone.
But I mean, when it comes to
He's
the,
like, sorry, gone.
Just another reason for Sabine to come back.
I would agree though, because
Yeah.
there's no way that Bo-Katan would release control of that saber.
from her cold dead hand. That'd be the only
Yeah.
way.
It'd be the only way.
Yeah.
She had to die, which is very sad because I love that character.
She's a great character.
Oh, awesome.
Yes.
Absolutely
All the
love that
Mandalore
character.
stuff. So cool.
And I hate that that's the way she goes out, but there's plenty of flashbacks already.
We might.
I mean,
see
there's a
some
very
Purge.
good chance we could see Bo-Katan in live action in a flashback.
Right.
Oh yeah, with the Purge, I definitely think we'll get some Moff Gideon flashbacks. I think season 2 might be like half focusing on Mando and half on Gideon.
Oh, I like this.
Now it sees like their stories like intertwining because he knew his name and he had a reason for it.
Right.
But like it could be deeper than that.
Could be. Well, Mando knew the reason why it would be Gideon, right? I
Yeah.
mean, that's so
He's like,
There-
it's Moff Gideon.
there is some sort of history there.
Yeah. God, there's so much stuff to speculate, which I love.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting it.
And I like
Yeah.
Kara's reaction too. She's like, I thought he was executed for war crimes.
Right.
Yeah. Nope.
Which goes right into, you have to speculate, okay, is there, somebody in the Republic who's letting these people off? Or is there, someone else who got executed for Gideon's crimes?
Yeah.
Or how did that go down?
Did he use the
right?
Force to escape? Like,
Oh
who
my
knows?
gosh.
Oh, someone really wants this.
Yeah, I think he's got more connections than he does force powers.
Both though. Like he looks so cool. He has armor and everything.
Oh, sure.
With a dark
yeah.
saber, perfect.
Oh,
I'm thinking perfect showdown.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we're in for a showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope this goes to at least 3 seasons.
I mean,
Oh,
he
I'm sure.
totally he hit away on the forest moon of Argentina.
Right. Argentina. I like it.
just so things calm down, like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we can get some cool Baby Yoda versus Gideon.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what about Baby Yoda holding back the flames from that flame trooper?
Oh,
He's getting stronger.
that was cool. Yes.
his power is growing, I think that might become a problem
It might.
because his body probably can't take it. He's doing some like actual Force stuff now.
Right.
Like, yeah,
And he's I don't know. He's exhibiting some skill. I mean, he's 50, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
But acts like a baby.
yeah.
So we're not exactly sure how all that works with like how well does he know the Force, right? I mean, it's obvious that he knows he's got some skills.
Yeah, well, it seems like he's using it in a very spiritual way, where he's like, whatever his intent is, he makes happen.
Right.
Like the choke.
I would say he's
yeah.
using it in more of a natural way, like a instinct kind of way.
Yeah, like he looks at the fire before it even comes out, because he's already using the Force,
Right.
and pushes it and says, "Get this away from my friends."
Right.
And it just smokes the guy.
Yeah.
Before, I want Mando to win. He's my dad.
Yeah.
So what happens? That happened. Like
I
don't want this guy to die.
But I think so.
See what
We
you're
talk
saying.
EU a lot, right?
Yep.
Yes, we are.
So we've talked a lot about, things in the EU, and I think of like Dia Salamiri.
Right. Yep.
Naturally, by instinct, shield themselves
Yes.
using the Force.
Yes.
So maybe this species is just naturally good in the Force.
Makes
so as
sense.
he
Yeah.
ages and as these situations come about, his instincts are just kicking in.
Yes.
So this whole species could be powerful in the Force.
I like the fact you're saying instinct too, because I got to be honest, when I saw him getting ready to use the Force and the flames coming, I'm thinking, okay, Force bubble, it's going to be shielding everyone else so they can get through that grate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was pushing the fire back on the flame trooper
Yeah.
to take him out. And it was like, that was unexpected for me, right?
Yeah.
So
why
kind
did
of nice.
why did no one shoot the flame trooper when he walked in?
I don't know.
Like everyone kind of just looked at him
Because
for a
it's
second.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had to.
And that was the strongest like metal grate they were trying to get through. Like she was
Yeah.
unloading with her heavy machine gun.
I know.
But IG unit can do everything.
Hey, they really cut costs for those grates on the Death Star because
Yeah,
Leia
you
got
just
through that with one blast.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's funny. Yeah,
Yeah. All good.
whatever moves the plot along.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, like I said, I'm digging it. And I really hope they don't lift the veil too much on that species.
Right.
No,
Child.
yeah.
Like they did already with the Mandalorian. They had no problem lifting the veil there. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
that hurts.
Are you guys, I know the show jumped around like a couple months. Are you guys expecting a time skip between seasons at all? Like 5 years pass?
I honestly don't know.
Because I feel like Baby Yoda needs to grow a little bit.
That could happen.
It could.
But I mean, how much is that child going to grow in 5 years?
We don't know how the race grows. It could be like a
Right.
50 thing and then it gets faster. We don't know anything about it, which I love. So they could really do anything.
I mean, we know. Okay, so we know Yoda was about 900, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And he said for 800 years he's trained Jedi.
He's trained Jedi, right? So
So at 100 he was at least
Something.
competent.
It needs to happen soon. Yeah.
So yeah, we may be coming up on a growth spurt.
a gross person.
Yeah. I was imagining a back talking teen, not teen Baby Yoda, just teen Yoda, just telling the Mando like,
Oh my god.
"Screw off, Dad." Walk around.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Yoda.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would expect a little bit of a time jump. Maybe not a lot. I think 5 years might be a little steep.
It might be, yeah. The thing I like is time doesn't really affect the characters that much in the situation we're at.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
they left us in a good spot for a time jump
Yeah.
Yeah.
because Gideon's going to have to regroup.
Yeah.
Same with Kara and Grief.
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna rebuild her. I don't get why she
And-
stayed behind. I feel like she should have went with the Mando. But
Well, she's just looking to clear her name a little bit. You know?
yeah,
That sounds good.
and it means we get to see her again.
Right.
So I'll take it.
So yeah, that too, like just setting up for future interaction with her. And yeah, Mando's going to be searching for, a homeworld of some kind.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
So I'm expecting to see Dagobah for sure.
Why?
We saw Tatooine for no reason. Might as well see Dagobah. I totally see them going to Dagobah and Baby Yoda walking out and it being a moment where he like senses something.
See, I don't know if Tatooine was for no reason though.
I'm just saying it could have been any planet. They
Yeah, but
used
he's looking
Tatooine.
for a job. He's looking for a lawless world.
Yeah,
Right.
and he's searching for
Like-
some weird races. There's a whole bunch of stuff on Dagobah. And I could even see to the point where Baby Yoda like points on the map to Dagobah. Like they're looking at planets and stuff.
If that were to happen, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
And if he could feel that through the Force, okay. But to just go there
Mhm.
because, hey, there's this weird sorcerer or wizard guy, Luke Skywalker somewhere that says, he trained on Dagobah from one of these green guys. I don't buy that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd
Right.
be very. He'd have to like meet Luke,
Yeah.
and then Luke would say, "Oh my God, Baby Yoda!"
yeah.
I wonder
And you
if they'll
kind of
make-
almost have
If
an
that were to
idea
happen,
that Baby Yoda had
Yeah.
some involvement on the job in Chapter 6. Because he turns around at the end of that episode and says, "See, told you that was a bad idea."
oh, you know what? You're right. That's interesting.
I thought that seemed a little odd.
That's a nice, you know what? You're right. Huh.
maybe
So that
those
is
coos are a
one line I
language.
thought was odd.
Maybe when he coos, it's a language. He
Maybe.
just doesn't know simple. What is it?
Basic.
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 I always want to say common because of D&D, but yeah, basic.
Huh.
But yeah, I thought that was a little weird. So maybe he is getting a little bit of pointers from the child
It could be.
on where to go.
This is all very enjoyable material.
And he might trust it a little bit given the ability he's seen out of the child.
Oh yeah, it's
Well,
saved
right.
his life plenty of times.
Well, I think it's clear from the episode that, he's earned his signet now, and that is
Yeah, I like
Clan
that.
of Two.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yep.
that was good.
So he got the Mudhorn signet even though he said he didn't earn it.
Right.
I really like that.
And he got the jetpack.
There's just so much to like in this
Yeah.
series.
There is.
Oh man, I know we were on the Darksaber, but the whole jetpack tying around the TIE fighter was so cool.
Yes.
Like stuff like that you will never
yes.
see in a Star Wars movie, but I'm so happy we have a show that can do that.
right.
Like maybe the animated shows, but just live action. It's so cool.
Well, this is some of the stuff that we did get in the Clone Wars and stuff,
yeah.
right? That we thought, wow, this is awesome because we're never going to see this in live action,
And now we
but
see
here
it.
we are.
Here we are.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
is awesome.
That was one of the coolest. Just
Oh, I love the name of it too. What she call it? Rising Phoenix or something like
yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
yes.
it's not called a jetpack. It's called Rising.
Yes.
You will learn the master, the Rising Phoenix.
And because we're seeing this sort of theme in the Mandalorian weapons, right? because we had the what was it, the whistling birds or something like
Yeah,
that. That was cool, right? It's
those
like
were awesome.
it seems like some sort of a theme to where they have some sort of like, I don't know, weird name for every weapon.
It's almost like Native American, like
Kind
tribes.
of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing with the Mandalorian, especially in the Mandalorian. They seem a lot more tribes.
Yes.
Than they did.
Very
in the Clone
tribal.
Wars.
Yep.
Because there's like no one left. Like especially after this.
Yeah.
Like, the armor probably died. I know she killed all those guys.
Right.
She may have got out, but like there's no one else left.
Right.
So his.
Oh, I was
armor
happy to
gonna
see
be
her
running
whoop
out.
some ass.
Oh yeah.
That was cool. That felt
Eh.
very Old Republic-y to me.
I gotta say, I loved her. I love seeing her do it with her forging tools
And throwing
Yes.
the stormtrooper in the forge and
Yeah.
seeing him melt.
and he
I
just
was
yes.
Oh, even the one where she like bashed across the face and the like mask just explodes.
Yes.
Like,
like brutal.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
so awesome though.
Yes.
It's like this character is a god. Like what?
Yeah, I hope we see more of her.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, now that you know what, she didn't die. She wouldn't die off screen. She
Right.
was too cool after that.
Yes.
No way.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I hope we see more of her. And I think we will.
Yeah, she'll be like the person that shows up randomly and gives advice.
Well, I will say this: at the end of the episode, they did seem pretty confident that there were no more stormtroopers
for
left
now.
around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, I mean, they did take out a big chunk.
yeah.
They took out so many Death Troopers. That was the
Although-
one thing.
Were there still some death troopers alive?
I think they killed them all, but at first they weren't able to kill them, and then it kind of switched back, and like half of them were dead. So I kind of hope they got away because they went out too easily.
They went out with a fight though.
They did,
Right.
and that was awesome. But they're
Yeah.
so cool, especially playing them in like Battlefront 2. They're so fun. You feel like a tank.
Oh, you do.
You just
That's my
walking
favorite.
against-
Like one of my favorite elite classes to play in that.
easily my favorite, even more than the Republic Commando, the Delta Squadron type deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, they feel so OP.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a great couple episodes. Great end to the first season, and I mean we have to wait a little while.
Just a year.
So fall, fall 2020. So not even a year.
Not even. Yeah, actually, I'm fine with that because that's gonna make me create way more theories and have all these ideas, and we'll be craving more Star Wars by then for sure.
We'll just have to be pacified with Clone Wars coming up.
Oh my god! All right,
I can't
will
wait.
be back. All right,
Yeah.
all right. That's gonna. Yeah.
Oh, we've got Hunter's word. Clone Wars wrap up episode coming with Hunter,
Right
for
on.
sure.
Yes.
Cool.
Which we'll get the Siege of Mandalore.
Yes.
Will we see Thrawn and Anakin team up? That's what I'm hoping for.
It's a good possibility.
Yeah, because they went to it in the second book, so
Yeah.
that would make my Star Wars decade, I guess. I don't know. That'd probably be the best thing in the decade.
right on.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of cool stuff for sure. All right. Well, if you have anything to add, you can always email us, show@thewarsandmore.com. That's the best way to get a hold of us. We're also on social media. We're at The Wars and More on Twitter, facebook.com/thewarsandmore. And you can find all that and all the ways to find the show over at thewarsandmore.com. Hey guys, any final thoughts?
That about covers it for me.
This is
All
the
right.
way.
This is the way. All right. We will talk soon.